What's going on YouTube? Brooklyn Beast. So today we got in some pieces that we needed, which were the Offner GPX4 flyweights. Came from Japan. Part number. And this is 2019. So the parts are still available. The reason why I needed these flyweights is because the Serpent ones are like 0.3 of a millimeter bigger, which when you put the thrust bearing on, you need that space. And using it in the TC3, every little tenth actually matters, because then the clutch is going to be grinding on the gears, which you don't want. So that's the reason why I went to these flyweights. And now my whole total clutch breakdown is a stock ntc3 collet with the Offner GPX4 flywheel, a G4 Magic clutch nut, GPX4 flyweights, the GPX4 blue shoe, pressure plate, and spring cup, GPX4 spring, and this is a tc3 30mm clutch bell with K Factory pinion gears. And another thing that I did find was the simplex retainer, but you could use any retainer. I just found that one because it has a nice flush look to it. And that's the basic breakdown of my clutch. This was the final part, and all these parts are still available. Just do the searching. Also too, the reason why I went with the the G4 Magic clutch nut right here is because you can use the K Factory ntc3 nut, spring nut right here to fit the TC3 clutch bell. And these are more abundant than anything else. So we're going to put it back together and check the clearance, because we did have clearance issues before. Brooklyn Beast. So here we have the final product. Not really finalized, but this is exactly what it should look like, and you should have that plate inside of there. I didn't have that before. Now I can actually adjust the clutch for the engagement and not have to worry about it rubbing on the gears of the TC3. This is mostly Offner GPX4 parts that created this clutch. Also too, if using the centax on the second gear, when you put on the gear, use washers behind it to push the gear to create a bigger gap in between both of the gears. And I'm talking about this gap right here. Put washers on this gear before you put it on, and it will create a bigger space in between here, and the centax clutch will fit way better. You don't have to worry about blowing up gears. As you can see with the motor in, the free play between the gears, you see the gap in between the teeth. That's what you want to create when using this type of clutch. now that our clutch is finalized and we have the shims where we want it to be, so where nothing is rubbing or binding and everything is rolling very, very free. The next step is to install these inside of our 2-speed hub. Not mainly the screws, just mainly the springs, because the ones that are inside of here are very small. You can see the difference in size. You see how small those shoes are. And what I'm talking about are these springs right there. Those will have to be removed, and those will not be able to hold the 2-speed with the centax clutch. So we're going to upgrade to these. You can see how these are way bigger. They're going to hold a lot more pressure. So that is the last step of the clutch.